All right, boys and girls, we are going to Tumble Books. Going to our S button and our red button. And I'm just going to remind you the things that I have taught you before. First of all, there's the stretch thing. If your screen is out like this, one way to make it workable is to stretch it. Not really tiny like that, but just pull it to where you can work with it and be able to do your quiz. And the reason why is some kids, let me stretch this back out. Some kids will click on quiz and
a duck would eat while a rabbit would eat.
And they say, oh, Miss Lopez, I don't see the quiz. It's not here. It's not working. So what you have to do is you have to squeeze this over, move it over, and you're going to see your quiz hiding. Sometimes the quiz is hiding. So before you call me, check and see if it's hiding. So there you can see your quiz and take your quiz. Now, you're going to see this on the wall. We've done this before, and these are your passing scores. And like say you don't get a passing score. Like say you get a score like this. And here's your score. 1 out of 5. Look at the chart on the wall. Is it 1 out of 5 passing?
No.
No. So you would have to try to make that score better before you write it on this paper. This paper is what you need to show me. First name, last name, right here where it says name. This says what? Story name goes here, and your score that I just showed you on that blue, right here, this blue, that goes on the last line. Now your story name, boys and girls.
A duck would eat while a rabbit would eat.
Before you even read the story, please put your first name, your last name, and your story name. Here's the story name. Here's the name in blue letters. Here it is on the cover of the book. Now I'm going to give you a tip. Do not choose stories here. A, B, B, C, 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 D, D. I'm going to show you why. The first 4 groups, if you choose a story in that group and you play the quiz will not read to you. Do you hear it reading?
No.
No. So then you're going to have to start over. So don't do that. Choose a story that's out here in the D's, D, E, and all the way to Z. So that's just a heads up for you to know so you don't have to start over again. So I want you to turn to a partner and you're going to talk about if you get a low score like this, what are some of the ways that I have talked to you about to make your score better? So talk to each other for 1 minute.
I think how to get to your score from there is reading the book.
Okay, talk to a partner, please.
3 times and then 3 times. Read again and read. You can say no the answers. So then you won't get 3 0.
Okay, time's up. Raise your hand if you and your partner can tell me ways to make your score better. Yes, dear.
Listen very carefully.
Okay, listen to the quiz very carefully.
To stow something means.
How else can we make it better? Yes.
By reading the book 3 times and listening really carefully.
Okay, we said listening carefully so you can actually read the story again.
Dino.
Let me pause it. Here's our pause button. Okay, what's another way you can do it? Yes.
We said that we could read.
Okay, we said read the story again. We said listen carefully to the questions in the story. Yes.
You could read quiet and then listen to the story.
Okay, what about you?
Like make it read to you.
You can take the test over again. You can take this test
To stow
again.
something means.
Let's listen to this question.
To stow something means.
To stow something means
To pack it away in storage. To tow it behind a boat. To stub your toe. To tell your teacher.
So you can take the test again, you can go back to the story and look for the key word. The key word in the question was
To stow something.
to stow
means
something.
Dino sailors at the slip cry out ahoy and board their ship. They swab the deck, stow dino gear, ignoring clouds that linger near.
There's the word stow. That's our key word in the question. What do you think stow means? It says, the dino sailors at the slip cry out ahoy and board their ship. They swab the deck, which means to clean it, and stow their gear, their dino gear, ignoring the clouds that linger near. So what do you think stow means? Do you think it means
to pack it
pack it away, tow it
to
behind the
tow
boat, stub your toe, or tell your
tell
teacher?
your teacher.
Behind the boat?
Did it mention towing it in the boat?
No.
Did it mention it? No. It didn't mention tell your teacher or stub your toe either. So which answer do you think it is?
Pack it up in storage?
Pack it up in storage.
To pack it away and store it.
Okay,
To
excellent.
stow something means
There is one other way. Now we're retaking the quiz, but in order to go back to the story, we are doing something. We are toggling windows,
to
which means
stow something means
we are putting this window over here with the story, and we're putting this window of the quiz over here. So now we can go through the story with the arrow buttons and pause it and look for key words that are in our questions. Like in this one, it says, on a boat, the galley is where you. So now we want to look for the word galley. And I'm looking for it because that's right here in the question. That is our key word. Can you say key word?
Keyword.
I want you to point to galley and say galley.
Galley.
Now let's see if we see that in our story. Nope, I don't see it there. Of course, I read faster than you. So I'm just going to skim through. Of course, you would listen to it, read it to you when you're doing this. And I'm looking for the word galley. There it is. Now I'm going to put the sound back on. I want you to hear it.
Big dino diners in the galley do not stop to dilly-dally. Grabbing grub they gobble up, ripping dino fork and cup.
Okay, let's listen to the question again.
on a boat. The galley is where you
On a boat, what is it?
Eat.
Boy, you guys are smart.
sleep, eat, take a shower, look at paintings.
You always do all the answers first, but you knew it right away.
eat.
So, here are the ways to make your score better. Some of you said, read the story again. Some of you said, take the test again. Or maybe I said, take the test again. I also recommend that you put your windows by shrinking them. See how we shrink them? Side by side, so that you can go back and forth. And this is after you read the story. Don't try to take the test and do the story at the same time. You do this after you've done your story, and only if your quiz did not pass. Remember? We talked about that? Okay, so if you get a passing score the second time, then you can write it down. Change your score on here if you wrote it down, if you have time to change it. Otherwise, just show me whatever score you got. Even if it's not passing this week, because I'm doing baseline, you can show it to me. Show me, but with your first name, your last name, your story name, and your score, even if your score is not passing. But those of you that want to make a passing score, and you really want to improve your score, do some of those strategies that we talked about today. And then, of course, after you show me your scores, and I write it down on the clipboard, then you'll have free time, right?
Right.
And remember, when it's time to go, we push in our chairs, we put up our headphones, and what are the ways that we go out of our website?
Red dot.
Red dot or
Curly.
curly Q, which is Command Q, like that. So let's quietly line up and get our papers and pencils right here on the table for our quizzes. Write your name first and last right away on your paper.